So multifamily properties have a very special place in my heart. Not because of how they look, but for what they can do for my financial life. However, not all multifamily properties are good deals. So let me walk you through the math on how to quickly identify a great multifamily deal. To do this, we're going to look at something called the 50% rule. Okay, so when I'm looking at a property, there's a few key numbers that I'm looking for. I want to know the gross monthly income. This is the total sum of all rent, laundry, or any other income that comes in. Next, I want to use the 50 to determine my monthly expenses. The 50% rule basically says that over time, on average, each month, the income that comes in, half of it goes out to expenses, not counting the mortgage. In other words, if a property brings in $2,000 a month, I can reasonably expect $1,000 to go out in expenses. Expenses like repairs, taxes, insurance, ongoing maintenance, and other charges like vacancy and things like that. So I'm left with $1,000 per month to pay the mortgage and any extra cash flow I get to keep. So if the mortgage was going to be $800 a month, I could reasonably expect to get about $200 a month in cash flow. So let's do another quick example. 123 Main Street is a triplex located in a decent area that's currently listed at $125,000. The units currently rent for $500, $400, and $625 per month. Plus, there's $25 per month per unit for storage. So total, it's bringing in $1,600 per month. Using the 50% rule, we can reasonably expect that $800 of that $1,600 is going to leave in expenses. That leaves us $800 to pay the mortgage. Using an online mortgage calculator, I can determine that if I bought this triplex for $125,000 and put down 20% for a down payment, my mortgage would be $100,000, and at 5% interest over 30 years, that comes out to $536 per month. And that leaves us with approximately $264 per month in cash flow. Now personally, when I buy an investment property, I always shoot for a minimum of $100 per month per unit following this 50% rule. But ideally, I try for $200 per month per unit. Now one final quick piece of math for you guys. If we determine that I can be making $264 per month in cash flow, or $3,168 per year, and with a $25,000 down payment, that works out to a 12.67 cash-on-cash return on investment. Now that is a nice number that you can use to compare between the stock market, mutual funds, a bank CD, or any other kind of investment. However, it doesn't take into account any future rise in value, or the loan paydown, or tax benefits to owning the rental property. The last thing I want to say before I go is to keep in mind that the 50% rule is just a rule of thumb. Always sit down with a spreadsheet and calculate line by line the actual expenses of the property based on the history. And finally, I want to encourage you, if you are having trouble with any of the math in this video, hop on over to the Bigger Pockets forums and start asking questions. There are tons of seasoned investors that are on there all the time, ready and willing to answer your questions for free. And that, my internet friends, is how you quickly identify a good multifamily deal using the 50% rule.